It's not the answer I wanted. I just wanted to go away. Jussie Smollett, go someplace and sit down. The drama continues. You heard about this, right? Jussie Smollett will not be on Empire next season, but he did get his contract renewal, so they negotiated some sort of money. They only have a couple more episodes this season, and then the full next season, and he will not be on any of the above. But he's getting paid to stay at home. Wouldn't you like that? Or maybe he won't be staying at home. Maybe there's a requirement behind the scenes where, you have to show up for, every day of shooting for the full 15 hours or 12 hours or whatever it is that they shoot. You have to run lines with the other actors, make coffee, things like that, Excuse me. I don't know, if the ratings are low, maybe they'll bring him back for the 7th season. Excuse me. Here's my thing. I wish they would just let it go and let him go on with his life. It's the other actors that want him to be there, and I don't believe the other actors all want him to be there. I think that, when the masses talk, you have to join in. Otherwise, you'll be the oddball. I think this show could survive without Jussie Smollett. Just saying. It's Lucius and Cookie that make the show. Everybody else is an additive and wonderful actors, but I don't know. And this also gives Jussie a chance to make an excuse of why he won't be working for the next year and a half anyplace else. Well, because his name is still tainted, so, it's too soon. If you believe that he's innocent, then it's still too soon because so many people believe he's guilty and got away with a lot. Freedom and a paycheck on a major show for not having to show up. This story needs to go away, but for the next year and a half, I wonder if, while he's not doing Empire, like when they have their vacations and stuff, all the actors are allowed to audition for independent movies and major movies and other shows, and not shows, but, movies and stuff, projects. I wonder whether he'll be trying to do that. Or whether he'll stay in Hawaii, where he was recently, and stay there for the whole year and 2 episodes. I wonder if they will even allow him in Chicago, with the whole city being mad at him, and that's where they film. I didn't even want to do this story. I'll be honest with you. I didn't want to do the story only because I believe that Jussie Smollett is, needs to just go, and wait for some forgiveness. And I don't know whether you forgive if he was lying about getting beat up and, a whole racial thing, and the city is divided in half and uprising in the cop department. The FBI was on the case, and Lee Daniels is, oh my God. Bye. Ugh. Well, Candy's threatening to quit the Housewives of Atlanta if they bring Phaedra back. Now see, I didn't realize that Phaedra has not been on that show for 2 years because she's managed to stay a bit on Hot Topics. And, right? Phaedra, you do a good job of keeping yourself out there even with no job on the Housewives. Yeah, she really has. I mean, I miss her on the show, but we haven't missed her. We're still talking about her. It's pretty good as far as housewife history goes, because normally when they get cut, they get cut. When's the last time you talked about Lisa Wu? Is that a ooh, or am I just stating a fact, right? They go someplace. So remember, Phaedra, everybody, was kicked off the show a couple of years ago after she started rumors that Candy and Todd had a sex dungeon where they allegedly sexed and dungeoned women. Well, Candy sat down with People Now. That's with our friend from Inside Scoop, Jeremy Parsons. He comes here. Hi, Jeremy. Anyway, so he has another job, though, and that is People Now. So he's talking to Phaedra. Listen to Phaedra, or excuse me, he's talking to Candy about Phaedra, and then we got more opinion.
If Phaedra comes back to the show, you okay with it?
No.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, no.
Like, don't want it to happen.
If for me, it's like, if that's what they want to do, that's fine, I'm cool, but I just won't be a part of that,
Okay.
Here's the thing, so you're saying you quit? Because we're gonna hold you to that. Like, I don't think she should quit. I think that they should bring Phaedra back, and they should have Candy and Phaedra get into it right there. And I don't mean, I'm a grown woman. I don't mean fighting and violence. I mean, you know, words of intelligence as to why you would say somebody has a sex dungeon. Because that is painting them a particular person. Although if they have a sex dungeon with their husband, then that just makes them fun. You know, Candy, you shouldn't be that offended. It's not like she was saying you had a sex dungeon as a single woman. You know what I mean? It's you and Todd. Anyway, I don't know what to believe. All I know is that I think that that was a lot for Candy to say that she'd leave the show. Candy will do fine. You know, she's a very smart woman and turns everything into a business. So she'll be fine without Housewives of Atlanta, except for that platform to push her products. See? You need the Housewives of Atlanta to push your products. The old lady gang restaurants I hear are doing really well and all that other kind of stuff. I like Candy and Todd. I like them a lot and I like the kids. But I think that she should stay on the show. Bravo, don't let Candy boss you around. You let Hot Topics do that. Now here's what you do. I'm playing. My co-hosts do just a fine job. Clap, co-host, if you think that they should bring Phaedra back and get into it on the show. Bosses of Atlanta Housewives, the tastemakers have spoken. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to listen to Candy, or are you going to listen to the angry mob? Listen, Candy, use this drama to make even more money. I mean, already you have the... Oh, and by the way, I'm going. It sounds fun. She's kicking off her Welcome to the Dungeon tour. Tomorrow in Chicago, it kicks off. So it's coming to New York on May 18th, and I'm still trying to decide what day of the week that is, because it sounds like an early night. But the dress requirements for us, if we're gonna go, they want you to dress like the dungeon. Well, I won't be doing all that, but certainly if you wear all black like everybody does in New York when we go out, somehow we always look dungeonous. But yeah, Candy, good luck with that tour. I don't know that Tamar and Trina are going to be on the full leg of the tour, but Tamar, this would be fun for you. You look good when you perform, you know, you put on the clothes and you sing and that voice goes and you're out there. Candy's successful, you're successful, Trina's successful, you all get along. You know what, Tamar? Stay on the tour if you can, all right? And a side note to Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia Bailey is, well, maybe getting married. Look, Cynthia, this is really great. Okay, so she posts something saying, so many dresses, so little time. And she's in a bridal shop. And she's been dating, you know, that sportscaster, Mike Hill, for a year. Yeah, and he hasn't lost his job. You know, sometimes, but you know, sometimes when people with like newsy, sportsy, you know, network type jobs like that date somebody in entertainment, their bosses say, why are you dating, isn't that Cynthia? And so they haven't. So I think they make a good couple. He's like 48 years old. He's already got his kids, they're older. She's got her kids older, Noelle. They don't even need to be engaged. I don't even know that they're engaged. She's just right to the bridal shop. And then the owner of the bridal shop posted something a little bit later on saying, you know, nice working with you. So they're working together. So Phaedra posted, or Cynthia posted this. I guess she wants us talking, and this will be played out on the show. As much as I hate weddings, if it's within a show that I already like, I'll watch. But in advance, Cynthia, good luck to you and Mike, and see you at the wedding on TV. Okay. I don't know about Mama June anymore. Now, you know I've been riding with her since her invention. Not just the show, but also her beauty that I saw even before I knew that she was on a trek to lose weight. She got the secret surgery and she lost weight. I don't know about her anymore, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think there's something wrong with her. You know, I don't think she's all together. Well, you know, she's got this boyfriend, his name is Gino. And Gino might be heading back to jail as long as we cooperate with one another as society and call the cops next time we see him. Because I think that's going to be the only thing that separates Mama June from Gino. Okay, remember last month when June and Gino were arrested in Georgia? And they found crack in the car and a crack pipe and a whole bunch of cleaning devices and some other stuff. Well, June said it was her stuff, but they arrested allegedly. Allegedly. We saw the pictures from the arrest, but okay. Anyway, so Gino was charged with domestic violence. Well, apparently people at the gas station where they were getting gas, they were outside, you know, having the argument, then the two cop cars showed up and one put June in and one put Gino in, but people, the set-siders were saying, no, there was screaming going on. There was something happening, and I don't know whether that was just June inciting him to scream, so she was screaming, or whether she did one of these even though he didn't touch her. You know, sometimes you go, get off me. But you know, he didn't do anything. But maybe he's a beater. I don't know. This show used to be like a sitcom, right? You get together with your country cousins, June and them, and they eat sketty, and they walk outside and their feet are real black on the bottom when they come in. Right? But they get in the bed anyway. And we all know people like that, whether they're in our families or whether they're, you know, distant friends or close friends, but we love them just the same. That's how I felt about June and her family in this sitcom, but this is too macabre. All right, not a sitcom, but it was like a sitcom with no laugh tracks. We were the laugh tracks. So then after they get arrested, they get out. The judge tells Gino he's got to stay like 200 feet away from June. What do? I told you this already. June and Gino defy what the judge says, defies the restraining order. They hop the border and go to Alabama to gamble. We spotted them not once, but twice gambling. They were spotted just yesterday. Also. Yep. All right, so here's another time. The blast caught them on video. They are gambling right there with the slot machines. All you gotta do is call the cops, and because the judge is like, no, June, as soon as we get him, we're throwing him in jail. June's like, no, but I didn't mean it, but, you know, he's really a good guy, but. So she was on fire when they got arrested, but now she's backpedaling. And you can't backpedal with the judge. This judge is like, no, we're gonna arrest him on sight. And I can't figure out how they've been on the loose for so long. And nobody, because this show is huge on Friday nights, the Mama June show. It's huge. So somebody watching has seen them out. Are you rooting for June so much that you're not calling the cops? You just want them to see on the run? I gotta tell you something. This is a man, this is just me, I'm not a psychiatrist. Sometimes I play one on TV during Ask Wendy. But I'll tell you, I'll tell you this. June was morbidly obese. We all saw that. This man loved her when she was morbidly obese. If you've never been morbidly obese, perhaps you can't relate to that. Who will love me? Even though I'm thinner now, I'll always be morbidly obese in my mind. She could be going through something with this guy. This guy has been with her through thick and thin. So maybe she feels as though he's the one no matter what, and I want to have this man in my life. I don't know, but it sounds to me like we need to rescue June. So streets, get on it. Yes. Right? And no word on whether they're going to take our advice and give Honey Boo Boo her own show where we can kind of see bits and pieces of all this unravel. But not with June and that man being the stars, you know? Speaking of stars, Will Smith is their bigger one. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Okay, so I was telling you they were shooting Bad Boys 3. The shooting is done. It's done. It's ready. Done. I know. I can't wait either. Such a funny movie. Martin's in shape. Will is in shape. They can both take their shirts off. They can both make us like, look, there you go. We haven't seen Martin act in a very, very long time. Will Smith stays at the top of the leaderboard when it comes to ratings and just general love. Well, Will reportedly is making $11 million more than Martin in this movie. Excuse me? Exactly. To the whole bureau this morning, I stood up, I threw my turban down. I said, where is the story? So then they go on and on. Well, Will is being paid $17 million for the movie. And Martin's being paid only $6 million for the movie. And I'm like, and where is the story? Well, each one, Wendy, was reportedly paid $20 million for Bad Boys, the other two Bad Boys movies, or the other Bad Boys movie, two Bad Boys movies. And I said, so? What has Martin done lately? And I'm not talking about in terms of a man and his character. I'm talking about in terms of entertaining us. Martin has run down the streets high, got himself together and gotten help. There was a point in there before the Bad Boys and this Bad Boys that's coming out where Big Mama was a big deal and Martin was big with Big Mama. But around that same time, the spiralization of his situation happened. And Martin was in away and had to go away, you know, for a while, at his own admission. And now his life is straightened up and Will called him and said, let's do this movie. I'll tell you, I wouldn't see Bad Boys 2. What is it, 2?
3.
I wouldn't see Bad Boys 3 without Martin. And, you know, just Will Smith. If Will Smith took, I don't know, D.L. Hughley and put him on there. I like D.L., but that's not Martin. The Bad Boys are Martin and Will. So Will couldn't, to me, even though he's a big star, couldn't carry this movie alone. By the way, his production company is producing it, too. As the boss of the movie, I'm always making more. Now, I love you, Martin, and stuff, but, you know. And so he's getting another check. The $17 million is the star power check, and then the other checks will be the boss behind the scenes. He stays winning. Martin should be happy that Will called back, because this could be the kickoff to the rest of Martin's career. I think that he's still viable. You know? I don't know how he is in stand-up, you know, whether he's, you know, gone to the other side of stand-up so he doesn't curse and do all those kinds of things that sometimes some stand-up acts need. I don't know. But the acting thing he could do. I wouldn't mind seeing Martin back in a revival of Martin if all the characters came back. The thing is that I don't know how that would be, but I didn't hear about any trouble behind the scenes. And Bad Boys 3, it's called Bad Boys, actually, Bad Boys for Life. It's set to open January 17th of 2020. I can't wait. I can't wait. Happy birthday, sir. I like your crown. Yes. Do you watch Shark Tank?
Shark Tank?
Yes.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
You know Barbara Corcoran?
With the short hair? Yes.
Yes. Yes, with the short hair. Let me tell you how she celebrated her birthday. All right. So, Barbara is on Shark Tank, and she threw herself a 70th birthday. She hosted it at her own funeral home. Yes, the Corcoran Funeral Home for her 70th birthday. Guests arrived at a Fifth Avenue penthouse. The funeral home is a penthouse, I guess. Or maybe downstairs, I don't know. Anyway, they arrived to the penthouse. She invited 90 people, and here's what she looked like when they showed up. Now, what you're looking at is Barbara in creepy makeup, dead-like. And what you're looking at on the side of her is a cutout, a standing cutout of Barbara dressed as a nun. So this is her idea of a 70th birthday for her 90 friends. When they came in, they were absolutely flabbergasted. Now, everybody loves a theme party. This is a theme party that's a little too close to home once you get 50. You know, when you're 22 years old, right? Or even 40, I don't know. When you're 22 years old, you can play around with if I was dead parties and all that crap. But she's 70 years old, so you got to imagine most of her friends are probably 50 and up. So here's what she does. People come in, they see her laying there. They don't know whether she died or not. But they also know that she has a bit of a jokester in with all of her mogulism behind the scenes. So here goes Barbara. When her guests are there, they're all standing there like, what the hell? She pops out of the coffin. Listen. To the Diana Ross song called I'm Alive. Now, try as I might, by the way, I don't think I know that song. Do we know that song?
I literally have never heard that song in my life. I have no idea what that article's talking about. I'm alive. I know I'm coming out.
Exactly, Barbara Corcoran. Anyway, so she says to her guests, she pops out like, hey, and then she goes, you only die once, you might as well be around for it. So she wanted to see who's that. You know what I would have done? I would have said, Barbara, here's your gift. I would have thrown it that way. And I would have laughed and said, I'll see you tomorrow, girl. Anyway, look, we've got more fantastic show for you today, everyone. From the Real Housewives of Potomac, Giselle Bryant is here, so grab a snack and come on back. Thursday, a hit series, hit movies, he sings, he dances. From The Shy, Jacob Lattimore makes his Wendy debut. Plus, you better Cirque. Our friends from Cirque du Soleil. I love you guys franchise. I wasn't sure when you first started. I've talked about it on Hot Topics. Like, I don't know whether I like these girls, but I'm gonna watch. I love you guys.
Aww.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
And I only wanted one at a time, you know, on the couch. I couldn't decide who to start with, so I said, let's start with you.
Yes.
I find all of you something interesting.
Right, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How did you get on the show? Wait, first,
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Thank you.
How did you get on the show? Did you know them to begin with?
Absolutely. So Karen, Robin, Charisse, who's no longer with us anymore, and myself have been friends for years. So, you know, we already had that chemistry. I think Bravo was looking for, you know, Bravo looks for little towns that they find interesting.
Yeah.
Potomac is extremely interesting.
But you started out on DC.
No,
wasn't there a DC?
there was Real Housewives of DC that lasted one season, and that's gone. And that's fine. Because
that was in the area.
Yes.
They didn't want to give up the area.
Yes.
So they took it to a different zip code.
Yes. Yes. 20817. Yes.
And you, at one point, were married to the pastor. Can you go through that?
Yes, absolutely. So I was married to a pastor, and he's a pastor of a mega church in Baltimore.
Okay.
We were married like 7 or 8 years. We've been divorced now for about 11 years.
You got children?
We have 3 children. We have a 14-year-old and twins that turned 13 yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday, twins.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
So I'm living with 3 teenage daughters. Pray for me.
Well, and you and he get along very well, the pastor.
We do.
But you were the first lady of the church for a long time.
Yes.
Is there pressure to stay married even when you want to get a divorce?
Absolutely, and that's in my book, my word.
Okay.
But it is very much so the first ladies, it's kind of like a secret unwritten rule that if there is a scandal, if there is something that goes on with your husband or, you know, something pops off, a extra child, a little, you know, side something, that you kind of just grin and bear it.
Oh.
And ride the wave.
Yeah.
Because it's not just your marriage, it's the church.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
Your
kind of
church,
bigger than you.
If you get a divorce, then your church somehow is not as mighty as the next woman whose husband has a mega church.
Right.
So there's cattiness with the first ladies of the cloth.
A little bit, but you know, I'm used to that. I'm on Potomac. I'm used
So
to
what broke the marriage up?
There was infidelity, and that's very well known.
Somebody in the flock?
No.
Okay.
No. Not the flock.
Yes.
The flock.
Yeah, yes.
No, not in the flock, but there was that. And you know, he and we've done so well in just rebuilding our relationship, and we are like the best of friends.
Nice.
We do great things with our kids. We go on vacations together. We do dinners together.
So he's doing the flock-like thing, being the leader of the flock. It'd be horrible if he didn't get along with his ex-wife.
Yes.
How are you doing in your love life?
I'm good.
I hear you're dating, but you won't say anything. And I respect that, but I just, is he in politics?
No, he's not in politics. Not in politics. And it's new.
How new?
It's very new, a couple of months.
Oh.
So, yes. So when it is talk-worthy, I will be more than happy to share that with you.
Do the girls know him? Your girls?
Yes, they do.
Your daughters?
Yes.
They like him?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Do you want to get married again?
You know what? I said I don't care. That's what I said. Because divorce is extremely hard. And I don't wish it on anybody. But, so I never want to go through that again. And you know, if you get married, it's a potential that you might get divorced.
Well, that's why it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm open. I'm open. Yes. I'm just.
So What do you feel about Phaedra coming back to the Housewives? You heard Hot Topics. I
Yes.
think that Candy really doesn't need to have Phaedra back there. Just saying.
Well, I think that Candy put it out there that she doesn't want Phaedra back. So you know what that means?
That means that if Phaedra comes back, that Candy does have to leave.
Yes. Now, no.
Why? We'll all be looking at her like,
no, I get it. What Phaedra did was below the belt and criminal, borderline. And it could potentially affect Candy's business.
What was the criminal part about having a sex dungeon? That they tie people up against...
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was the drugs. She was saying that Candy was drugged.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Ooh, oh.
Yes, that's a whole nother animal. So I feel like because Candy has kind of put it out there how she feels, you know, Bravo, they might want to see a discussion.
Yes.
Yes.
For a full season. In other words, bring Phaedra back to the show. Don't forget Apollo, because we want to see Apollo and his new fiance and the whole bit.
Yes. But I would like to see Kenya back.
Is there a rumor that Kenya or that Phaedra is dating your ex-husband?
That was a rumor. I asked him actually about that, and he told me no. But from what I understand, Phaedra told her friends that she was. Yes.
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Wendy, but from what I understand, she wanted to, she was very excited about potentially being a first lady.
Oh, she wanted to get married.
That's what I heard. That's the rumor. But he told me no, so I'm good with no. Yes, I'm good with no.
So am I.
Yes.
Oh. I really like, oh gosh, I forget her name because I'm so used to calling her Mrs. Knowles. What's her name?
That would be the Grand Dame, Karen Huger.
Yeah.
Yes.
The thing about Karen that makes me uncomfortable is that Karen, Karen, I like you, but what makes me really uncomfortable if you watch the show is that Karen came, she is the oldest, but that's not the Grand Dame part, that she's so grand and has so much money and her man takes such good care of her, only to find out that they were robbing Peter to pay Paul to paste this whole lifestyle together. Girl.
Well,
I mean, they said, Wendy, do you want to have Karen on? And I felt, like, Karen, I just didn't want to talk to you about that here because I didn't want to hear you backpedal and say something different than what we see on TV.
But, I mean, they did have money, but the IRS took it. So
because he wasn't paying the taxes.
Right. But I feel like, they
don't seem like irresponsible people.
That's true. And you can't get on television and fake it.
That's all I'm saying.
You got to be authentically you. Period. You do.
I like her.
I love Karen. And we kind of tease her about the whole Tina Knowles thing too. And I think Karen.
I mean that in a compliment.
No, yes, but I don't think so much like Karen's face has taken a shift a little bit.
Something's going on.
Yes, in a great way. Karen looks good.
Yeah.
Karen looks good.
Well, no,
Karen looks good. Yes, but the face has shifted. Yes. In a good way, y'all. Stop being shady.
But the thing is that does she acknowledge to you girls the financial, because all of you, they're all going through something, which is why I love you so much.
Yes.
The white guy's married to the black girl, I forget her name.
Ashley and Michael.
She's pregnant. He doesn't want kids. Plus, there's a lot of questions about Michael's behavior behind the scenes and in front of the scenes.
Yes, in front of the scenes. Because, it was on TMZ that there was an issue with him fondling a cameraman. Not fondling. Is fondling the right word?
Yes.
No, touching. Caressing? I don't know. Anyway, the allegations have been dropped.
Okay, they've been dropped.
Yes, but it's juicy how we get there. Yes.
And she seems like they're only... Okay, no. And who else can we talk about from there? I like them all.
Candace is who is one of our newest. Yes.
I'm still getting used to her. I'm still getting used to her.
You're going to love her by the end of the season.
Okay.
Love Candy Pants.
Okay. I don't dislike her. I'm just getting used to.
Yes.
I love you guys' franchise. Look, we have to talk about the book now because I'm only getting a 30-second rate. It's called My World. You were the model for your... My Word. You're the model for your own book.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
What's in here?
So the book is loosely based on my life when I was married to a pastor. So it kind of gives a behind-the-scenes look at that whole world as a first lady, the secret society, the little circle of friends that there is.
Is there sex with others involved?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Are there drugs and heavy drinking involved?
There's drinking and little drugs.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, it's a page-turner.
Okay, so
It's salacious.
This is your new read.
Yes.
It's called My Word.
Yes.
It is so nice to meet you, Giselle.
Thank you.
Giselle Bryant, everybody. The Real Housewives of Potomac premieres the new season Sunday night at 9 on Bravo. I'll be there. Where will you be? Up next, everybody, we're in the Wendy kitchen. Don't go far. I was just just saying I love Puerto Rican food, which is different than regular Spanish food.
Definitely.
Our next guest is a lifestyle expert and a chef and the host of Facebook show. It's called Slice. She's here today with some Puerto Rican recipes. Give it up for Yvette Rios. How you doing?
How you doing? Oh, I am a Wendy virgin, first of all, so I am so excited.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Take us to the island.
Okay, I'm taking you to the Caribbean, to a little island called Puerto Rico. How many of you guys have been?
Yay.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a shrimp mofongo. Have you had mofongo before?
No, but I've heard the word. What does that mean?
Okay, mofongo is based on the West African dish fufu.
Okay.
And so it's a Latin, it's just plantains. I'll explain how to do it. It's amazing. And then I'm gonna do a pineapple and avocado salsa. And then I'm gonna do a passion fruit mocktail of a mojito.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So the first thing you're gonna do is this is sofrito, okay? This is the basis of all Puerto Rican cooking. So basically, right? Thank you. So basically what you do is you throw in a blender garlic, onion, peppers, and you blend it up, and then I freeze it in ice cube trays.
Okay.
And this gives you like instant flavor. You throw it into
What's
everything.
the liquid?
It's olive oil. You put a
Okay.
little olive oil in there. Every family has their own, like moms, abuelitas all
interesting.
over fight over
And it
what
actually
to put in
freezes.
it. And it freezes, and then you pop it into the dish. So I've got that in here with the shrimp, with a little more garlic and some oil and tomato sauce.
Can I ask you, why do you freeze it before as opposed to just putting
Well,
it in?
because you make it in a big batch, right? And then that way, whenever you're cooking, you just grab an ice cube and you throw it into whatever you're making.
Got it. All right, let's keep it moving.
What I mean? Okay, so I've got this is green plantains. You fry them, and you're gonna put them in a pilon, which is just a mortar and pestle, right? And you're gonna mash it with some garlic, some salt, a little oil, and this is the mofongo. And this, you put in a bowl. What do you think?
This is very good.
Right? With the shrimp. So you're just gonna mash this up, right? And you want these plantains are a little yellow. You actually want them to be super green. Oh, you're putting hot sauce on that,
Well,
girl.
it's good without it, but I want to see how it is.
Yeah, why not? Man, if I had known, I would have spiced it up for you a little bit more.
No.
Okay, so then once you mash it, you put it in a bowl like this. You're gonna flip it over, and this is the secret to making it look so cute, right? Like that. And then you're gonna put your shrimp right over there. And check it out, like buy frozen shrimp, because it turns out even the fresh shrimp that you get at your grocery store is just frozen and defrosted. So get frozen, it's fresh. Flash frozen right at the dock. So there you go.
Yep.
Delicious, right?
Still frozen, all right.
Well, that one wasn't supposed to be yours to taste.
You know what? That is, come on, we can keep
Okay,
going.
yeah. So
Very
this
good,
is
though.
good. Okay, this is pineapple avocado salsa, easy. So pineapples you put in there, avocado you put in. It's such a good combination. I've got some lime juice with the zest. You
Canned
throw that in
pineapple's
there.
already diced.
Canned pineapple you can use,
Yeah.
totally, absolutely.
Red onion,
but
my
if
favorite.
you use the real pineapple, look what you can do.
Okay.
You hollow it out and then you put the
how
salsa
it
right
tastes.
in there. And then you guys check this out. If you want the chili to be spicy, you can leave the seeds. If you want it mild, take the seeds and the membrane out. And that's it. And there's your salsa. Easy breezy. What do you think? I'm
This
sorry.
tastes so healthy.
Right?
Wow.
Don't you feel like you're on the beach?
You got good fat
Oh my
and
gosh.
fruit.
Delicious. Honestly, and people are gonna love it, and it gets better as it sits, right?
All right, let me sit in front of the food.
Yes.
You go on this side.
Okay, good.
What are we drinking?
Okay.
This is
So
really good.
we're having like a passion fruit mojito, but this is a mocktail,
love
okay?
mojito.
Which I love because it's refreshing in the summertime. Okay, so I'm gonna add some mint to this because that's the basis of the mojito, right? Some sugar. You ladies everybody likes mojitos, right?
Everyone does.
Oh my gosh. And then you're gonna just muddle this. You mash it with your little muddler, or you can use a spoon like this. And then I'm gonna add some passion fruit juice, which is so good. You can get it frozen.
You know, if you're in love, you can make this in a heart shape.
Oh, I love that. That's such a cute idea. Oh my gosh. I've been married since 2012, so it's like the heart shapes are over at this point.
You have kids?
I do. I've got 2 kids, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old.
You still live in Brooklyn?
I know I live I'm like Jay-Z. I moved to the city.
Oh. Well, let's taste this.
Yes, try it. So
Here,
it's
come on,
refreshing.
let's toast each other.
Salud.
To a new friendship.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Perfect.
Love it.
Yvette, everybody, Yvette Rios. Remember that name for more information on these delicious, easy recipes. Go to wendyshow.com. We'll be right back.
Cheers.